The Bill of Rights is the name for the first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution, ratified on December 15, 1791. The Bill of Rights was created to protect individual liberties and limit the power to the federal government. It was a response to calls from many states and anti-federalists who feared that the new Constitution gave too much power to the national government without adequately protecting the rights of the people. The First Amendment guarantees several basic freedoms, like the right to practice any religion or none at all, the freedom of speech and press, and the right to gather peacefully, as well as the right to petition the government and correct injustices. This amendment forms the foundation of American civil liberties and protect those liberties. Public protests, newspaper editorials, and religious practices all fall under this amendment. The Second Amendment protects the right of the people to keep and bear arms. It is the subject of ongoing debate and of regulation of firearms and the balance between public safety and individual rights. The Third Amendment prevents the government from forcing citizens to house soldiers in their homes during peacetime. It was a direct response from British policies during the colonial era. Though rarely invoked today, it represents the importance of privacy and property rights. The Fourth Amendment ensures that people are secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects. It requires law enforcement to have a warrant, support by probable cause, and conduct the searches. This amendment is crucial for protecting privacy. The Fifth Amendment offers several protections for individuals accused of crimes: the right to grand jury, protection against double jeopardy, the right against self-incrimination, and the guarantee of due process of law. It also includes Takings Clause, which requires the government to provide fair compensation when taking private property for public use. And Miranda versus Arizona, the court required that arrested individuals be informed of their rights, also known as the Miranda rights. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury, the right to be informed of criminal charges, the right to confront witnesses, and the right to compel witnesses to testify, as well as the right of legal counsel. It ensures fairness in criminal prosecutions. The Seventh Amendment preserves the right to jury trial in federal civil cases involving disputes of property worth more than $20. It also prevents courts from overturning the jury's findings of fact. The Eighth Amendment prohibits excessive bail, excessive fines, and cruel or unusual punishment. It has been central in debates about death penalty, prison conditions, and bail reform. The Ninth Amendment makes it clear that people do not have rights specifically listed in the Constitution. It ensures that the enumeration of certain rights does not mean the denial of others retained by the people. The Tenth Amendment affirms the power not delegated to the federal government nor prohibited to the states are reserved to the states or the people. It reinforces the principle of federalism and limits the reach of federal authority. The protecting individual liberties of the Bill of Rights, personal freedoms, and that the government cannot infringe on fundamental rights such as speech, religion, and privacy. These protections are especially important in democracy, where citizens must be free to express opinions, worship, and criticize their governments. Framers of the Constitution feared centralized authority. Having just fought a war against the British monarchy, the Bill of Rights places clear limits on the power of the federal government, ensuring that it cannot overstep its bounds and trample individual freedoms. The Bill of Rights becomes the basis for many countless Supreme Court cases and legal interpretations. For example, in Tinker versus Des Moines, the court upheld students' First Amendment rights to free speech. In Gideon versus Wainwright, the court ruled that the Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to attorney even if the defendant cannot afford one. In Mapp versus Ohio, the court applied the Fourth Amendment to state law enforcement, excluding illegally obtained evidence. There are many other rulings that have shown the Bill of Rights continues to shape the American law and protect civil rights. The influence on other democracies has made the Bill of Rights serve as a model of for other nations drafting their own constitutions. It's a clear articulation of freedoms and checks the government power, and has inspired democratic movements and constitutional reform around the world. Continued relevance and debate about the Bill of Rights remains central to public debate. Issues such as gun control, digital privacy, freedom of press, and police conduct are all shaped by these amendments. This ongoing relevance shows the Bill of Rights is not just a historical document, it's a living foundation of American political life. The Bill of Rights is one of the most important documents in American history. It protects the core freedoms that define the United States and ensure that the government remains accountable to the people. While the interpretation of these rights has evolved over time, their fundamental purpose to safeguard liberty and prevent tyranny remains unchanged. The U.S. continues to face new challenges. The Bill of Rights stands as a vital framework for justice, democracy, and individual dignity.